Hey, welcome to Thursday's edition of Coffee and Comics as I adjust my screen. Yes, today is Thursday, June 6th, and again, welcome to Comics and Coffee. As always, what's the best mug here, right here? We got some new comic book stories, news. I always call them stories. I don't know why I don't call them news, but the first we got news from how Superman's gonna have a new comic book called Unchained, where Jim Lee and Scott Snyder are both working on it. We have new photos of Beast and Magneto fighting, which is pretty awesome. And then there's going to somehow be a live action Archie movie, but it has to do with zombies as one of the main things in the movie. So, look forward to that. Also, I'm going to be reviewing these comic books that I read yesterday at work when I was supposed to be working, but I wanted to get a good read on these so I can give them a great review for you guys. So, yeah. Alright, so let's start off with the news. Alright, so, like I said, there's new photos of Beast and Magneto fighting in a what appears to be a water fountain. So looks like that there's going to be. They were just basically showing Michael Fassbender and the guy that plays Beast and a couple scenes of them fighting, and then a couple scenes of them like taking breaks and showing how Beast is like more cat-like now. And so basically those were just the photos of the new X-Men of Future Past. One of the many scenes that I'm pretty sure will be awesome when we see the movie and it is all finished. So, secondly, yes, there's going to be a live action Archie's movie. Yes, I'm talking about Archie the comic book that I don't think anyone reads anymore. Whoever reads, I've not read Archie comic books since I was like 5. So, I don't know if anyone. I'm pretty sure some people. There's a market out there for Archie comic books still. I'm pretty sure they do. But they, I believe it says that Warner Bros. Has just finalized a deal to make this live action movie, but it's going to have to involve, well, not have to, but it's going to involve zombies. So let's look out for that because that may be an interesting movie. Because Archie nowadays having to deal with zombies, that, like, again, that's going to be interesting. And then thirdly and lastly, there's a new Superman comic book coming out called Unchained, and it is written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Jim Lee. Which I've seen the first page, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Story wise, Scott, he's good. He's a good story writer, but it always starts really good and then slowly kind of just like declines a little. So let's hope that this new Superman Unchained, along with Action Comics and Superman and Superman Adventures, do not have like different universes. Let's keep it all. Maybe Superman Adventures can have his own universe, but Superman Action Comics and the Superman Unchained, let's keep it all in one universe. Now, the premise of this new comic book is to have old secrets from Superman's past come into the dark or come into the light, because they're already in the dark, so they're coming to the light. Makes sense. Also, Lex Luthor is not going to really be in this still because eventually he'll probably in this, but for right now he's still locked up in jail, and that's how the story begins. So that has been your comic book news, and for June. Why do I keep saying July? June 6th. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's get to the comic book reviews, because it's Comic Book Review Thursday. Yes, that's a new thing I'm starting. Comic Book Review Thursday. Alright, so in Hawkeye issue 8, it basically goes off of the last issue where Hawkeye is dealing with a whole bunch of ladies. It always starts off. Here's what I like. Here's what I love about Hawkeye right now. Is that it always starts off with him saying, "Listen, I know this looks bad, but," and then it goes into the story. But right now, in this issue, it starts off with one of the ladies trying to fight for this safe from her husband. And they both work for the mob, obviously. And he kills her husband, and then somehow finds Barton and runs to Barton and asks. Wow, she runs to Barton and kisses him while he's playing a game with Black Widow, his ex-wife, and his current girlfriend, all in the same room. It's kind of awkward because, yeah, I've been in that situation where there's been several girls that know me and somehow surround me. And that's not a very good feeling at all, ever, for anyone, especially me, because I didn't think that would ever happen to me. So, but here's the cool part. And like 3 or 4 pages of the issue, it's got these cool little like comic book cover arts. And then there you turn the page. There's a comic book drug school, and then boom, there's another one right here. And then let's see here. Then the story progresses and it goes on, and then there's another one like that. So you get my drift. It's just basically Barton trying to not be. Apparently, he's not in the Avengers anymore, but he claims he is. He uses the Avengers like a cop, like an ex-cop would use his badge. So he's kind of. This whole time I've been reading this Hawkeye new series, it seems that Barton's kind of a broken man. And I can see why, because he has a partner that he's been with for a very long time. He has an ex-wife and a current girlfriend. And he's not really in the Avengers too much. And he lives in a broke down apartment in Brooklyn. So he's kind of like torn. And basically, like I said, take the character of Californication and Barton and put him into the Avengers, and that's who Barton really is. Oh, see, and then another one. So yeah, I thought that this issue was pretty awesome, and they're very well drawn too. They're not like pop in your face kind of issues. They're just more toned down, but yet the colors and everything just like pop, and it's nice and flat and pretty awesome. So, yes, go check this issue out. This is pretty good. Next one is our indie comic of the week, done by Empire Comics, Vault Press, and the author of this fantastic is Ben Schwartz, the owner of Empire Comics. So, this basic first issue, you're introduced to Trixie Dynamite, right? I'm saying Trixie Dynamite, and what I got out of this, and when I was reading, is there's a lady that dresses like Bo Peep, who is the bad guy, which is freaking hilarious because she uses animals, not just sheep, but she uses animals and sheep. See that? Look at that. The sheep can be a ghost. Where is it? The sheep can be a ghost and then turn into a ram and then stretches himself out to, catch and, hurt the Trixie Dynamite. So yeah, basically it's just Trixie Dynamite trying to save this world with a did you say toy? Trying to save the world by getting this toy for I believe of someone or an animal, and she is in the wrong place because this Bo Peep person can control animals and sheep, and so she just gets in a hilariously kind of fight with Trixie Dynamite. And then, by the way, there's a freaking like 3-headed dog at the end, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. The colors and the artist is pretty well drew, and the colors are nice, and it's a good story. I liked it. Oh, and what I've noticed is Ben likes putting little pugs in his comic books and has a pug as one of his mascots for the comic book store. So you'll see a lot of this kind of dog in all of his stories and at the store. So all in all, I liked it a lot. This is very good, and y'all should go check this comic book out. So, alright, so, and then the last one, I know it's a little long. The last one is Great Pacific, right here. It's a science fiction, it's an epic science fiction about a rich kid that has privilege that wants to make a big impact, but his family is in the oil business, and he finds out about how the practices is doing, and so he fights back and tries to find and solve the evolutionary disaster twice the size of Texas. So you should check that out as well. That is it for today's Comics and Coffee. I hope you had a good time because I always do. Always read more comic books, and good day.